So here's James Cameron. I don't always make movies, but when I do, they're the top grossing movie of all time in the case of Titanic, Avatar, and Avatar 2. And it was kind of like a meme in itself, just like he did make a couple things in between Titanic and Avatar, but for a lot of people, it felt like, wow, that's the guy who made Titanic. And now the next movie he makes just vaulted to the top, which was a real shock. See, at that point, it wasn't a foregone conclusion like it is now. And so his whole philosophy in making the movie is like, I heard you like the color blue, so we put blue people underwater so they could fight blue people and rescue other blue people. And with Kiri being voice acted by Sigourney Weaver, which I didn't know, so to her credit, it wasn't too obvious to me, but her voice did sound maybe a little bit off. Somebody somewhere in the world is going to ask to themselves, is it weird to find her attractive because she's a little girl, or is it weird because she's voiced by an old woman? And then the ending part really triggered me. There's a scene towards the end where Jake's son is talking to him, and he does one of those name drop, title drop moments where he says the name of the movie. And it triggered me so much that I went on a rant after when I was doing my review, like, you're not Christopher Nolan. Like, only Christopher Nolan can get away with, how he ends The Dark Knight by saying a dark night when Gordon's going on his little speech about that, right? It works there because you're doing it with such a high level of screenwriting. This screenplay is pretty lacking despite all the good effects and everything else. And so that was such a sort of a eye roll cringe moment where he just goes over and recites the thing, the way of water connects all things, blah, blah, blah. And it was really like the most banal use of that technique where you just drop the name of the movie and the sort of the tagline of the movie right towards the end. It was so bad. Now we move on to Megan, where before it came out, this is what I said. And one of my viewers posted this on a whole bunch of videos for some reason. I think I saw that he got a whole bunch of likes for them. But yeah, I asked, this movie is going to give people the chance to compare. Is Allison Williams' face more perfectly symmetrical than a robot's? That's the real reason why they made the movie. Because I've always said, like, her face is just one of the most aesthetic that you see in show business. Especially, like, there was even, like, some test done where she got, like, a 9.5 out of 10 perfect facial score. And the other rare distinction about Megan is the fact that it shows every single kill in the trailer. And I would even show you, but I tried posting something like this and it got copyrighted, even though people have posted like full reactions where they show several minutes of the movie, but whatever. Yeah, it shows every single kill. It shows her spraying the hose at the neighbor. It doesn't really show the dog, I guess, but at least every human kill. It shows the kill in the elevator. It shows her pushing the kid or having the kid fall onto the road and get hit by the car. So it shows every single one. So on one hand, it's good marketing that, the stupid dance and stuff. That was one big mistake too. They do the dance and it's all this kind of TikTok memery, but at least give it like some kind of qualification. Like I would have had it where, there was like a song trigger where, the first time she does the dance with Katie, there's a particular song that plays. So something happens where she's in the hallway and that song is playing on like the intercom or something. So that triggers her to do the same dance because that's what she associates it with. Instead, there's nothing like that. It's just, there's a song playing in the background for the audience, but she just does it literally for no reason. So if you were waiting from the trailer, like, oh, I can't wait to see how they explain this in the movie, they don't. And then finally, it's the one that I use as my thumbnail. Again, some of these you might have actually seen because one of my viewers actually tends to post some of the things that I say if he likes them. Something to do with Jim Carrey's career where I said, like, this is probably what Jim Carrey would have said to his girlfriend at one point. Like, if you don't like me when I'm doing fart jokes, like from Ace Ventura, you don't deserve me when I'm doing existential drama, like The Truman Show, which is one of my favorite movies ever. If you don't like me when I'm doing fart jokes, you don't deserve me when I'm doing existential drama. I used to review movies, but now I meme them.